I kind of think I'm going to see if Spirit will go with me, or I'll go with it. We'll see who wins out here. A little bit of what we started last week. Actually, these are just some reminders of things that we can really take from life as we have as we have experienced life to this point. And what can we learn from our life? I know that sometimes we tend to not understand that most of what happens to our life is an opportunity to learn something, to grow from it. And I think that it's important that we just be reminded a little bit. We talked about some of those things last Sunday, and I'm going to have all of this on a handout for you later. So you don't have to worry about getting each and every one. Everybody will have these that you can deal with a little bit later. So one of the things that I think is important for us to learn is that life is about the journey and less about the destination. Because we tend to be a product of a patriarchal culture and society, I've learned that the male part of ourselves is product. The feminine side of us is process. I wish if I was counseling a couple and make men to understand that the woman, the feminine aspect, likes a little process. Maybe a little less product, if you get my meaning. In other words, the feminine wants nurture, it wants to be held, it wants to be told that it's appreciated and whatever. And the male is pretty much, so we've been goal-driven is what I'm trying to get to in this culture. And we've lost our way. You know, we used for many, many years, and I think we're going to pick it up again, but it used to be on our Soul Energetics phone, your life is a gift, but your journey is a choice.
Thank you for spending a part of your journey with us.
Yeah, and thank you for spending part of your journey with us. I remember that part of it too. So a lot of times we get so focused on big dreams and goals that we forget to enjoy this journey called life. Always remember that life is about the moment. Life is about the journey. We call this today mindfulness, which has become quite a movement around the world of people, and it's very Buddhist, by the way. People don't know that, because that way, by going under the title of mindfulness, it's made it into the business world, the corporate world. People are doing mindful seminars everywhere. And it's all what we've been teaching in metaphysics for years and years and years, and that's just learn to be in the moment. Be in the moment. That all we really have is now. Yes. Now, I'm not talking about the now of time. Just try to be in the now of time. In other words, can I get you to just be now? 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 So we have to be talking about something transcendent of what we call now and time. We have to go into the transcendence of eternal moment. This word moment is quite an interesting word to me. I've always been fascinated with a particular scripture that I hear a lot of people use, and it's not even Christian, and that is, we shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. The word moment is kind of a fascinating word, but in the Greek it is atomos. Atomos. And I went to a Greek Orthodox church, checked this out before I said it, and I said, yes, it is the word atomos. Well, what is interesting about that word atomos, we get the word atom. So when it says you'll be changed in a moment, it's saying you'll be changed all the way to the atoms of your body. And this is what I'm trying to tell New Thought and trying to tell metaphysics, that it has served us for a long time, this within message. The kingdom of God is within. God is within me. But I want you to hear that when you say that reality is in you, then who are you? That means you're not the reality you're talking about. You're talking about your human shell of life is like a container containing something. But have you ever thought about what is within us is coming alive and quickened to become us? Now, as you know, my background was in Pentecost. And in Pentecost, one thing that I do bring with me is freedom to let Spirit express it to my emotion level, my emotional body, and to my physical body. And I appreciate that. There's many things about that experience I do not appreciate, let me tell you. The message was not good. But I do appreciate the freedom that they gave us to let Spirit express through us. Now, it wasn't always that way. There was people that learned how to do it. You know, they got carried away, but there was really manifestations of the Spirit. I know what it is to feel the Spirit down my feet. I know what it is to feel the Spirit raise my arms and open my heart chakra. I know what it is to feel these things. And I've always encouraged you to allow that which you have discovered to be in you to make it all the way into your human experience. Don't let your humanity just be the housing of something, the container of something. Meditation, for instance, for you that love meditation, you go in and you visit a place in yourself. Meditation takes you within. And you might even experience for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, however long you meditate, you might find inner peace in yourself. And that's wonderful, just to get away from the world and to go within and find that inner peace within ourselves. But wonder if that peace that you go visit said, I'd like to go home with you. I'm tired of you coming to visiting hours. Yes, you do 20 minutes every morning at 9 o'clock, and you do 20 minutes at 7 o'clock or 10 o'clock before you go to bed. But I'm tired of these visiting hours. I want you to let me out of the prison. I've been held too long within. And this all began with me many years ago. I was in New Orleans and I was teaching in a house, and I was getting ready to write on the board a message of Christ in you, the hope of glory. And something just took my hand when I got to in and made it as. And something says take every in and change it to as. And I knew that something was entering into the field of where we live as human beings. And that something was going to happen to us at the cellular level. And from that, I began to be so attracted to study DNA. This is back in the late 80s. And I thought, why do I want to study DNA? Because I learned that it's all up here. All I have to do is think positive, all I have to do is think this and think that. And that works to a level. You can change your life by changing your thought. But you won't keep it there, because wherever you go, we'll always go back and read the blueprint. There needs to be a work. I didn't mean to get on this, but here we go. The work that we need to do is changing the blueprint of what it means to be human on this planet. So I did not know what to do with that. I was in meditation, and I heard formed in my mind deoxyribonucleic acid. And I didn't know how to say that word. I had to learn it. And I thought, well, if my brain doesn't know how to say it, where's it coming from? And it was at that moment that my mind outgrew my brain. And I knew my mind was not just in my head, but the mind was everywhere. And I began to become fascinated. At that time, President Clinton was on telling us about the Genome Project and how that they were decoding our DNA and how many genes that they had found. We had just had months and months and months of O.J. Simpson, and every other word was DNA testing and DNA this and DNA. I thought, what's going on here? DNA doesn't belong to the geneticists anymore. DNA doesn't belong to science anymore. It seems like it's penetrated the collective consciousness. And of course, you got to watch that ego part of you, because who are you? You're not trained. You're not a scientist. How dare you to take on a subject like this? But I said yes to the universe. Yes. Whatever it meant, I said yes to the universe. It was in 2 weeks that I got a call from someone I hadn't heard of in years, and said, I don't know why I'm calling you. I just felt to call you. And in the conversation, she said, I feel to share with you, there's a teacher out here teaching DNA activation workshops. I had no idea what that meant, because you see, I was of the Newtonian idea that our DNA is determined. It's called determination or determinism. That believe you are just born with your DNA. That's the way it's going to be for the rest of your life. And this is way before Bruce Lipton showed up to begin to tell us that this is not true at all, that there was more to just our physical DNA, but there was a transcendent part of our DNA that was called epigenetics. Yes. That our DNA only, we're the product, your eye color, your race, your gender, your orientations, all of that are just 50%. Just 50% of who you are. The rest of it is determined by attitudes, thoughts, moods, food you eat, air you breathe, all of the things out there that you do have control over. So this was powerful to me. Well, I didn't know what to do with it. So again, I just opened myself to it. So I got online and found that this teacher was going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona. I had friends out there. I said, can I come and stay? And anyway, I went out and took this. Why am I telling this today? I don't know, for some reason. But I flew out there and took this very intensive, I think I know why I'm doing it now. I got it. A very intensive workshop. Days of learning about DNA. I was overwhelmed. But we were taught how to activate the double helix of DNA. You got to realize, if you don't know this or not, but you're only using about 3% of your genetic material. Right. You are 97% genetic gibberish. That's what Carl Sagan called it. 97%. That's why angel language is showing up. Yes. You that are aware of angel language, yes, and spirit language, yes, we used to call it tongues, but it is the activation of unused DNA showing up in cosmic sounds and frequencies that is going to bring us to a full awaken. In a moment we shall be changed. Yes. So I went out there and did that, and the thing that they did at that time was music that they had actually researched through intuitive psychics and people. As they did different modalities, they interpreted it back into sounds and music. In fact, it was here in North Carolina somewhere at that time. I don't know where it was, but they were here. So we were given these DNA sounds, and I put together a little package, and I began to open myself to go do DNA activation workshops. Interesting enough, this was 1988. The first place that opened for me to come and do my first workshop was Unity of Charlotte. Unity of Charlotte. So I went and did my first workshop on DNA there. And from there I began to go around the country doing this DNA work. I got to this by saying something is happening where we live. We don't have to keep going to it. It is coming to us. I heard somebody say today in the service, we want to live for spirit, live for God. I've tried that all my life. It's never worked. And I came from a church that it was all about living your life for God, living your life for God, living your life for God. And I tried every 24 hours to do everything perfectly that I thought God wanted me to do with no success. And finally, in prayer and meditation, I heard, stop trying to live your life for me and let me live your life. And that is my philosophy today. Our job is to remove the marble around David.
That's good.
You know that story. That the statue of David was just a big piece of marble. And when he looked into the marble, he saw David. But to manifest it, all he had to do was just chip away everything that wasn't David.
Yes.
Are you in a state in which some things are being chipped away from your life? Because the true you is ready to show up. This is what religion has called the coming of Christ. The coming of Christ is not a man out there in the sky, but it is the coming of the Christ in you, all the way to the mental, emotional, etheric, and physical cells.
That's good.
Your bodies are constantly remaking itself. You do not have the same body that you were born with. If you want to know how many bodies you've had, take the years you've been in this life and divide it by 7, and that will tell you how many bodies that you have had. I've made up about 9 bodies.
11.
Ooh. That was not necessary. I'm going to stick with 9. But this fascinated me. It fascinated me that sitting here right now, tens of millions and millions and millions of cells are dying and reproducing themselves right now. But your 5 senses is so slow, all it can do is take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. It's like somebody doing a wonderful dance and somebody catches them in a picture. It's not that that person is stopped. It's because we've stopped them by slowing it down into perception. So, everybody seems to teach the body has an aura. We did not teach that in Soma. We taught the aura has a body. You see, the brain wants to see matter before energy, but I see energy before matter because all matter is energy slowed down. Einstein said that the physical material world is only energy so slowed down that it is perceptible to the 5 senses. That means everything is energy. I don't just have energy, I am energy. But I live in the lower, slower frequencies of my energy, in which rules the 5 senses. This is why there's so much about vibration, sound, sound bowls, tuning forks, chanting. All of this has become so popular in the last 20, 25 years that I've been in that realm, that it's grown and grown and grown because the universe is telling us, yeah, it's time to retune the orchestra of humanity. To retune. So instead of seeing from the body energy, let's see the energy coming in to become the body. So let's go off and let's just for a moment spin off the crown. The crown. You can call it a chakra. I call it an energetic database of data that's at my crown. And the crown spins because everything spins in the universe. Everything is a torsion spin. Everything is trying to find the eternal return. And it spins off and becomes my etheric body. Whether you're into Kabbalah, the Kether in the Tree of Life, Or if you're singing an old gospel, we shall wear a crown. We're all saying the same thing. Something is spinning off of our higher self. And that part of us holds, I want you to get this, your divine blueprint. That's why I'm teaching the 7 days of thought patterns of creation. Is because I want people to understand that there are stages in which we have gone through to become the human that we are. And the place that we've come from is from a perfect blueprint of our creation when we were created whole as our Creator is whole. I am perfect because my Creator is perfect. And the goal of that data, logos, they call it, the logos, the Word, and the Word was made flesh. Boy, that ought to bring a different meaning to that. And the Word was made flesh. So the Word, the logos of Creator, is destination is to make it all the way down to become everything that you are.
Yes.
Everything that you are.
Yes.
So to do that, it had to develop what we call vibrational spectrum, in which vibration can slow the energy down by changing the frequency.
Yes.
So the next frequency would be called the causal. I won't go into all that. The causal, and it goes into the astral, and then it finally hits into after the astral, it becomes your mental, your emotional body. All of these different energy bodies that some of you've heard about that make you up finally coalesce into the last energy body before it becomes physical, which is your etheric body.
Yes.
Your etheric body. Now, in your etheric body is recorded all of your experiences and choices that you have made. If you did not bring the blueprint of total perfection to your emotional body, it's because that has changed your perfection to emotionally believe that you're imperfect. And you start believing things about yourself that is not a part of the original blueprint of your creation. And we've done that so long that we have forgotten who we are. And we've taken on a pseudo-self. Ego, the id, whatever you want to call it. And now we have to realize, now here's what I'm getting to. As your cells in your physical body, I didn't want to do this anymore. The cells in your physical body, how many know this? How many know that your cells are constantly destruction? The Hindu people called it the dance of Shakti and Shiva. The destroyer and the creator, the destroyer and the creator, the destroyer and the creator. I mean, they knew this thousands of years ago. We're just catching on here in the West. What they knew through meditation 5,000 years ago and beyond. So as cells are being destroyed and new cells are coming in, the new cells are taking the place of the old cells. Now, so somebody asked me, if I have cancer of the liver, and Deepak Chopra tells us that every 6 weeks we get a new liver. That's what he says. He's pretty credible. What he says. So that means if I'd had cancer of the liver, why after 6 weeks, when I got my new liver, I'd still have cancer? Well, the answer is because you didn't change the blueprint that caused the cancer. The new cells are reading the old blueprint that caused the situation. So what do we do in the West? We try to get rid of the cancer, we cut it out, we put medicine, with chemo, everything else on all these physical diseases because we work with diagnosis of effect and we do not put the axe at the root of the tree, which is cause.
That's right.
So we're here on this earth to do a major cleansing. A major cleansing. And this is where you that have gifts, you're a reader, you're intuitive, astrology, you that have been drawn to those things are part of those who have answered the call to be here to assist people who are ready to begin to clear and cleanse the energy system. We can do it through teaching. We can do it through song. We can do it through readings of astrology. We can do it through so many things that are represented even in this room that have gift tuning forks. I did that for 25 years and assisted people to see if there was anything that they wanted to undo. As I've told you, when I first started it, I meant with everything to say to the first clients, what can I do for you today? But it wouldn't come out of my mouth that way. It came, what can I undo for you today? What are you ready to get rid of? What are you ready to let go of?
That's good.
Because I didn't need to do anything for them. It's already been done in creation. You can't add nor take away to creation. I celebrate creation. Creation's fine, but we've lost creation and we've lost it to formation. And we think that's all there is, so I've got to save this. Salvation of the body. No. I'm just weird because I believe that we are going to be able to soon shed these bodies of death and become light bodies. The whole teaching of the Merkaba was an open portal to teach us all how to activate our own inner light bodies that will swallow up everything that is not of our perfection, that is not of our creation. I think today why I'm talking about this is because I think that's going to be my next class. After these thought patterns is DNA. I have so much that I want to share to help people to realize that this is just not a surface change. This is a change of what it means to be human. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
This is physical resurrection. This isn't cosmic resurrection. This I'm talking about is physical resurrection as we change the entire vibration frequencies to match the frequencies of our created body. When that happens, you'll be like Paul. Says, I don't know I'm in the body or out of the body because I'm not this old body. You'll shed it as much as a caterpillar sheds its body as a caterpillar because something it didn't know it was woke up inside of it and caused all kinds of havoc. I wish I could tell you things are going to get more peaceful, but before they do, they're going to get more havoc for what's waking up in you. It's going to shake everything that can be shaken. It's going to bring everything that you have created as order in your life into disorder, because disorder becomes potential and possibility to become anything. That's why the song was so powerful a while ago. We are creators. What does that mean? What am I going to create out of? You do all this wonderful art, and you got paints, and you got your canvases, and you got all your material to make all your stuff. It can just look like an absolute mess, probably. But now you got something to work with. Now you got something to work with. And when the caterpillar went into goo, it was that goo that had the possibility to change its whole molecular structure and to reach that part of its destiny of what it was born to be. So let me say this one more time. Thank God we shall not all sleep.
I know that's right.
What a wonderful promise. I'm going to say it again. Thank God we shall not all sleep. I've been in Adam's dream long enough. I tell these Bible people, Adam went into a deep sleep. Show me where he woke up. And the first place that they go into is the land of Nod. Isn't that interesting? After he went to sleep, they went to the land of Nod. They nodded off to who they were truly created to be as a pre-light being and thought they were these bodies. And from that, they saw an angry God that kicked them out of the garden. They saw these horrible things about God. God was not the God that I serve, because this God's going around saying, where are you, Adam? Where are you? My God would know exactly where Adam was. He wouldn't be asking where he was. So it shows you that's all in the dream. But here's the good news. After the sleeping Adam had incarnated enough to become the last Adam, that's what Yeshua is called. The last Adam. That means there was a first Adam, and there was Adams in between, and there was a last Adam. And it said, and the last Adam woke up in the dream. And that is the metaphysical cosmic Yeshua, who you call Jesus in me. It's not the historical religious one. I have had to take it out of my religion. I had to take him out of my Christianity, and I had to find him in me as me. Today you are Yeshua. Awaken your dream. Now the next step is to get out of the dream. How do we get out of the matrix? And that's going to be the next message that's going to rise out of those who are evolving and moving to higher levels of a higher message, is going to be how. He was in the world and not of the world, but he said, I'm out of the world. I guess what I'm trying to get you to, I think Spirit's trying to get us all to see, is we don't need to be fixed in this dimension. There's options. I don't know what this is about today. You did. I'm going to blame her. I blame Amy for getting the Spirit so high here that I just wanted to say what it wanted to say. I know this is a little different and heavy maybe of our people that don't come here regularly, but we are not a kindergarten here.
Graduate school.
We're a graduate.
That's right.
We're a graduate here. And I've played church for 63 years. I'm not about to start now.
That's right.
Not to start now.
That's right.
This is time for the restitution of all the word that has been edited out, hidden archives, hidden in basements of institutions, but it's not been hidden from your spirit. And it's coming alive today. So I hope there's something in what I said today for you, not all of it, but maybe something as we broke bread together. I won't give you the whole loaf, but I'll give you your piece of bread and your communion today. So if nothing made a lot of sense to you, the seed will come back and grow for you, and you will rethink some of these things possibly as you go on in. And I do think I'm going to go into the teachings of the DNA and the activations of DNA. We should have 12 strands of DNA, not 2. We've had 10 disconnected DNA from the beginning. So we need to restore those. That's why there's 12 disciples, 12 tribes, 12 this, 12 that, and whatever. All of those are telling us things about ourselves, not them. It's not about what happened historically thousands of years ago. It's about what's in you. And it's already happening. Kids are being born with a 3rd and 4th set of DNA. Already. There was a baby born from an AIDS mother that had AIDS. And UCLA decided to study because the child all of a sudden didn't have the DNA, AIDS. They wanted to know why. Why didn't it keep it? So they did a study on it and found that it had extra DNA strand. And they started, this is in the Wolf Report, they started studying this until they found thousands of children all over the world that had this same unique strand of DNA. And this young man, they put in the petri dish cancer and every disease, and he could not get it because he came in with different DNA. Some of you got some kids and grandkids that are different and whatever because they're coming in with different DNA. This is a very powerful, unique time to be alive on this planet. So if this kind of thing interests you, we are more than glad to teach on these kind of messages, because I think this is the meat of the word that we need to hear right now. Let's take a moment. Oh, Holy Spirit, you surprise me every Sunday. You let me be concerned and worry about what I'm going to talk, and I study this and I do that. When will I learn? When will I trust that you're just going to come through? You always have. Today we call upon you as our innate intelligence that awakens within us, that is here to guide us, to teach us, to lead us, and to also correct old belief systems that is no longer serving us, that is being read in our etheric blueprint to give us inferior bodies. When the Word, your Word, the Logos, reach into the etheric body, then your Word will be made flesh. You'll become that new pancreas that's not functioning in diabetes. You'll become that liver that's not functioning well, or kidneys. Those cells will become a new heart. A heart that will find the beat and the rhythm of creation and of life eternal. New bones without arthritis. Yes, my vision is big and beyond my own limits. But that's faith. We thank you because you have found a space and a place to speak directly through the gnosis of direct knowledge. We just open ourselves as a vessel. We say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your mindfulness to your people. And so it is.
Come on, y'all. Give it up for Reverend David Hulse. In spirit as Reverend David.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, if you've never seen me before at a spiritual center, then you don't know. But if you have seen me, then you know that I like to process the talk as a rap. So at the end of this tune, I will recap what he just told us in a rap. Because that's my form of fun. There's a power in a seed, reminding itself how to become a tree. There's a power in a cell, and it's capable of making a you or a me. There's a power in a word, vibrating at a frequency. And there's a power inside that power, inside that power. You know what it is. It's love, 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 love. That's your part. Sing it with me. Love, 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 love. And you can feel like the sky when a long dark night starts spinning on the wheel of the world. Watch it rise, out of the ashes comes another day of bright light, shining through your eyes, so much surprise every time we fall in love, 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 love. There is choreography. Love, 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 love. Jazz hands make a rainbow. Hug yourself. Love, 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 love. Thank you. I see some of you doing it. I see it. Free your armpits, free your armpits, free your armpits. And then we all put on deodorant. All right. What can we learn from life today? Life is a journey, not a product to be made. Process is lost in this goal-driven place. Now is the moment, no reason for the rat race. Changing in the moment. The atoms within, spirit expressing as the transformation begins. What we find within is ready for release. Meditate peace, yeah sure, but then walk and talk peace. Let's change the blueprint of what is meant to be. Move from, I'm gonna do it again. Let's change the blueprint of what is means to be. Move from Newtonian to quantum metaphysic reality. God is living as you, you are art. Just like David, chip away at that heart. You are the Christ light shining, the spirit free. The body has an aura, no, your aura has a body. You are energy, you are etheric body. Return, retuning the orchestra of humanity. Return, return, the crown spins freely. You spin me right round, baby. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a reggae baby. You spin me right round, baby, right round. You spin me right round, baby. Say, what can we learn from life today? Life is a journey, not a product to be made. Oh, process is lost in this golden place. Now's the moment, no reason for the rat race. Yes, there's no reason for the rat race. You are energy, etheric body, retuning the orchestra of humanity. Return, return the crown. You spin me right round, baby. There's a power in a seed, reminding itself how to become a tree. And there's a power in a cell, and it's capable of making a you or a me. There's a power in a word, love, vibrating at a frequency. And there's a power inside that power, inside that power. I want to sing it with you. It's love, 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 love. One more time. Love, 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 love. Spread it out to the world. Say love, 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 love. You know, you know, you know, you know, you are in, you are in, it is you, you are love, it is you, you are in, it is you, you are. Thank y'all. I can't wait to come back and come back again soon.
Oh my goodness. That was good. That was better what I said. That was better than how I said it. Thank you so much.